Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can buy 10 houses with just £50,000. Now, you might be thinking, if I'm going to buy 10 houses with £50,000, surely they're going to be really cheap houses, maybe in another country, 5 grand each or something crazy. No, I'm talking about nice, good condition houses that you can rent out, 10 of them, make a nice income, and literally start with just £50,000. And if you haven't even got £50,000, it doesn't matter, because you can just get a loan, or you can get a silent partner or a joint venture agreement, or you can borrow the money from somebody. So once you understand how to do this, which I want to show you right now, you're going to be absolutely aware. This is how all rich people invest in property. What the poor and middle class do is they work really hard in a job. They try and save up money, and then they use that money after they've saved it up for years and years and years to then buy a house. If you're doing that, if that's your method, then it's just going to be too slow. So you're going to enjoy this video. There's going to be a lot of content. Take good notes, and here goes. The average house right now in the UK is about £300,000. Now, that means that if you're going to buy an average house, you're going to need 25% as a deposit. That is how much, if you're buying a house to rent out, which is called a buy-to-let, that's how much the mortgage lenders demand. So they put in 75%, you put in 25%, which is going to mean you're going to need to put in £75,000 as a deposit. You're also going to have to pay stamp duty tax, which is going to be for a 300 grand house. You're probably talking around about £10,000. Plus, you're going to have to pay your legal fees. Maybe you might have to get some new carpets in the house. So realistically, you're talking about £90,000 that you're going to need to save to buy an average house. And even if you buy a cheaper house, even if you say, well, I'm going to find a house for £150,000, all right, fine. You're still going to need half of 90, you're still going to need £45,000. And with £45,000, you're only going to end up owning one house. I'm going to show you how you can get 10 nice houses. So that sucks. That's old school. That's what losers do. That's what people do that don't understand the formulas. That is not how any rich people invest in property. This is how wealthy people invest. These are the formulas. So you're going to find a house, okay? And you're going to go to an area whereby you're going to do market research on the street, look at all the houses in the street and see how much they're selling for. Let's say the average house in that street is selling for £200,000, which is very doable. £200,000. You're going to find, I don't want that house. I don't want that house. You're going to find the houses which are in really bad condition. They're really run down. Now, the great thing about finding houses that are run down, let's say it's got structural problems, the roof needs fixing, there's no kitchen, no bathroom, no insulation, it's a wreck. The great thing about that is, firstly, you can buy it really cheap. It might need, let's say, £50,000 spending on it. But secondly, not only can you buy it cheap, below market value, but no one else can buy that house. And the reason no one can buy that house that's run down is because there's no mortgage lender that will loan money on a house that's in really bad condition. They won't do it. You can't get a residential mortgage. You can't get a buy-to-let mortgage because you're not buying it to let it. It's run down. You can't get any type of mortgage. So what that means is houses like this that maybe are probate properties, or they've been repossessed and now they're being sold off cheap by the banks. Houses like this, which exist all over the place, that are run down, first-time buyers, buy-to-let landlords can't buy it. The only people that can buy these types of houses are cash buyers, so you can buy them cheap. So let's say you agree to buy a house like this. It's really run down. It's £50,000 spending on it. And you agree to buy it for £100,000, which again is realistic. It needs 50 grand spending on it. It needs elbow grease. It needs 3 to 6 months worth of work. So what you do is, here's how you financially structure it. You can't get a mortgage on it. You can't. You can't buy it cash because you've only got £50,000. So you're going to get something called a bridge. Now, a bridge is something that bridges the gap between you purchasing the house and you then later getting a mortgage. Because you can only get a mortgage or a refinance on the house when it's in good condition, when it's mortgageable. So you buy it for 100 grand. How much are bridging companies going to loan you? Well, I know, because I actually have my own bridging finance company. They're going to typically loan you about 65% of the purchase price, and they will loan you the money for the refurb. So they're going to give you 65 grand. That means that you only need 35 grand. Okay, plus your legal fees and stuff, maybe an extra £5,000 max. So £40,000 to buy the house, because you're going to get a bridging loan that will pay the rest. You're going to get a bridging loan that will pay the purchase, a bridging loan company that will pay the £50,000. Now, of course, you're going to have to pay the bridging loan company to do this. Typically, you're going to pay 1% a month. So if you've got the money for 6 months, let's say, by the way, you're going to pay 0 stamp duty on this property because it's inhabitable. That's another little trick. So let's say you end up in total with all your legal fees and everything, spending £50,000, which is the amount that I said in this video. So you've got 50 grand. So you're going to buy a house. It's a 100 grand house. You're going to get a bridging loan. You're going to refurbish it. Well, then, once you finish the refurb, the new value, of course, is £200,000, like all the others in the street. So what are you going to do? Well, you're then going to get a remortgage, which means that you're going to then get a buy-to-let lender, a mortgage company, to come out, look at the house, and they're going to say, oh, it's beautiful, it's in really good condition. Of course it is. You just spent 50 grand on it. So it's got new carpets, it's fresh, it's got a new roof. And they're going to go, okay, cool. And then they are going to then lend you £150,000, which is 75% loan to value, which is the new value. So they're going to give you 150 grand. Now, what are you going to do with that 150 grand? Well, you're going to, for a start, you're going to pay off your bridging company and you're going to get your 50 grand back. So effectively what you've done is you've just recycled your money. You bought the house for 100, you spent 50 on it, you've now made £50,000 in equity, in profit, but instead of selling the house, you're refinancing it. You're getting that £50,000 and you're leaving that in the property as a deposit. When you get your 50 grand back, what are you going to do? Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, and keep recycling your money with the same £50,000 until your £50,000 has bought you 10 houses, and then you can tell me how right I was. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button. Don't forget to share the video around, and I'll see you guys next time.